Okay. Well, I knew you well. You're great. I'm gonna miss you.
Farewell, friend. Alrighty. So let's have a chat with everybody really quick before we spec everybody up for our final boss fight. Before we go through and scrutinize our inventories a little bit. The Kingdom Hearts opened the door to Xemnas. We can't let this chance slip by. It's gonna be a tough fight, but we can do it. Don't let your guard down. We may wind up getting separated at any time. Come on, let's save the world again. Xemnas has probably grown even stronger and is waiting for us. This battle began with Ansem's research. Let's finish it for him. You remember before? We stood facing each other on opposite sides of that door. Now we stand side by side. Let's go home together this time.
I like that.
That's solid.
That was good.
That's
was solid.
some solid writing right there.
I'm tired of waiting, so don't tell me to stay behind. From now on, wherever one of us goes, the other follows. Got it?
Also really like that. She's so over it.
She's like, we ain't doing this mess
right.
no more.
So let's quickly go ahead and spec everybody up really quickly. I think Sora's probably we could have go and grind. We could go and synth up more like armor for everybody. Yeah, but we're probably fine. If you want to, we could post some of the good stuff off of Donald and Goofy and put it on Riku.
Hey.
Let's have, what does Riku have right now? Show me what he's got. He's got 5 defense and 2 defense with percentages. Let's go have a look at what Donald and Goofy have got armor-wise.
All right.
3 defense, 4 defense, 3 defense. Okay.
Nothing great.
Let's go. Let's flip back over to let's just worry about armor for now, so I don't have to worry about too many numbers at the same time.
Yeah.
Should we Shock Charm Plus?
Yeah.
It's fine. We could give him the power band that had like 4 defense as opposed to 3 and not worry about the elemental stuff. Yeah, power band had 4, and he had the one that was 3 with percentages, and I don't think Xemnas is gonna throw anything elemental at us really, so like...
We can just give him...
Just give him the Petite Ribbon. You're right, absolutely. Yeah, that's better. That's the better option. Yeah, that's good. Okay, now but I bet you they have better accessories, because they're using like some of the stuff that I've synthed off of beating the bosses, like Full Bloom, which has Marluxia's Scythe.
Yep.
The Shock Charm, if you didn't notice, Aiden, is Larxine's knives.
I didn't.
Yeah, we got that after we beat her absence, or rather, we got the recipe to make that after we beat her absent silhouette. AP is 5 and Strength is 3.
Strength.
Show me Donald's. Let's see. Nah. Okay, let's take the Full Bloom off of Goofy and give that to Riku. Unless there's something with more attack power. There isn't. Let's go ahead and give that to Riku. And we can probably give the Fencer Earring to Goofy, and then that'll cover us. It's right here. Full Bloom.
Missed it.
You're good.
Oh, Full Bloom.
Yeah. We're losing 1 magic, but Riku doesn't really attack with magic a ton
Not
anyway.
really.
So,
no.
So you could toss the other one on Goofy, the Fencer Earring, if we wanted to. But the other thing is that since we are now in final boss, let's load everybody up with items because it doesn't matter anymore. If you want to, we can go ahead and switch all of Sora's to high potions.
Sure.
That's probably the first step here. But here's my recommendation to you, Joey, so you can do this kind of autonomously while I'm talking about something else and Nate and I are chatting or whatever.
Yep.
I would give Sora all high potions, give Donald and Goofy regular potions, and give Riku every mega potion you have.
Okay.
That would be my recommendation to you. Aiden, are you excited for the battle to come?
Yes.
We've got enough mega potions. You can actually toss a couple of those to Donald and Goofy. I wasn't sure how many we had. Give them mega potions until you run out. Sorry. Go ahead, Aiden.
Like, kind of excited, but also kind of like wishing, like with this being the final battle, I don't know how much more story I'm gonna get, and I feel like I need more.
That is fair. That is fair. As I've said previously, a lot of this game just doesn't quite have the build-up of Kingdom Hearts 1. And again, I don't want to sound like I'm constantly like, oh man, Kingdom Hearts 1 is the best ever, because like Ansem isn't exactly the most interesting, perfect villain of all time. But it's, you know, it's something. It's there. There's a bit to it. So the main thing, Joey, is that there are multiple phases to this fight.
I would imagine.
I would go ahead and take Riku out of your party for right now.
Oh, well, no, I should not save.
You can save. It doesn't matter. Who cares? Go ahead and save. Because like you remember, you can flip them out just like down in the menu if you need to. Like it's really simple. I would take Riku out and start out with Donald and Goofy, and then like there will be a point where you'll switch to Riku. I'll let you know. Anyway, what's new under items? Anything important? It's probably just... Oh, we have the answer report to read too still, but I don't think that's it. We got, Oh, that's a drop. We got a better book shield for Goofy.
Is it better?
It's better than the other... It's better than the book, but we already have a better item. Let me put it this way. It's probably... Yeah, it's gonna be... It has the same stats, but it's MP Hastera as opposed to MP Haste. However, we could give him Save the King and Save the King... Or Save the King Plus. I already made Donald and Goofy's ultimate weapons.
Oh.
I just hadn't put them on, because I didn't want to use them right away. So yeah. Now, if we want damage control, he's gonna take half damage and critical health. But, give him item boost, and his restoration items are gonna do more health. They have the same stats, it's just a different ability. So I would give him non-plus to give him item boost, personally. So then, but it's up to you, man. Whichever one you prefer.
Only thing I'm thinking is he has high potions and megas, so...
Whatever you like. Whatever you like.
We'll just do this because I don't think it's going to help much.
Donald also has an ultimate weapon.
Yep.
He has Save the Queen, plus and normal. Hyper healing, when he goes down, he'll heal faster, and plus...
Yep. But go ahead.
MP Rage is when he takes damage, he gets MP back. Like every time he gets hit, he just gets more MP. Which actually means he can heal you more often. But it's up to you.
But he
it's
dies
like.
all the time.
Whatever you want. It's whatever you like, Joey. You're the one playing the game, not me. I would never dare to backseat game or tell you what to do.
Of course.
Alrighty. Let's read that answer report, and then we'll get in there.
Oh, that's the wrong one.
It's the wrong one. You'll figure it out eventually, though.
Alright, is this the last
Answer
one?
all
report
of
13. This is the last one. Tomorrow, Sora awakens. My long and drawn-out revenge is nearing its end.
We'll see.
Xehanort, who took everything away from me. Though as a Heartless he is no more, as the leader of Organization 13, his ambition once again is to capture Kingdom Hearts, the most colossal heart of all. His Heartless had attempted to draw out the great darkness of Kingdom Hearts created from the hearts of all worlds. His nobody, however, is almost finished gathering human hearts to be assimilated into Kingdom Hearts as well. The fool. Only one mystery remains. How did Xehanort manage to open the door that appeared in the basement of my castle? And no, any theory posited now, when everything is nearing completion, would be meaningless. Roxas, Ansem, Naminé. They all defy logic, yet they are. Singular exceptions to the rule. It's worth pointing out that there cannot be three... There could be a singular exception to 3 different rules, but if there are 3 different exceptions to one rule, then they are, by definition, not singular exceptions. But whatever. The theories proposed by me and by Organization 13 have been blown to pieces by a handful of strong-hearted individuals. Sora, Riku, Kairi. Ah yes, Riku. Though his heart had its weaknesses, making it prone to darkness, he found support and hope. In the hope, he discovered beyond suffering. This hope allowed him to stand his ground and turn the darkness in his heart from an enemy into his greatest weapon. When this is all over, it is my fervent hope that he will be able to return with Sora to his island. If I can, I should like to return to Radiant Garden and look once more upon its beautiful water, the lovely flowers, and the hopeful smiles of the people. Dear King, my friend, I believe that at some point in time, you will come across these, my truthful accounts. How I wish I could have chatted with you again. I was a fool, obsessed with revenge. Forgive me. There's emotion here.
Yeah.
I just wish that we got
Had
to
seen
see
it.
it more.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's that. I guess before we open this door, do you guys have any confusion or hang-ups about anything that's happened so far that I could clear up for you really quickly? Anything at all? Anything that springs to mind?
Anything that I really wanted to know or whatever, I think I've asked at this point.
All right, that's fine. I just thought I would double check before we got going. In that case, Joey, go open the door.
Low-key didn't think he'd be able to walk on that.
Yeah, I kind of like with this game's perchant for not having good dramatic build to things. You'd think it would just be a loading zone as soon as you step on it, but it gives you a little bit of a lead up. Beyond this door. Oh, did you want to read that? Aiden?
No,
Go right
I was
ahead.
just kind of
go ahead.
reading
No,
it to
hit it,
myself.
Aiden.
Do
Hit
it.
it. Hit it,
Got
Aiden.
it.
Beyond this door is the beginning of the end of your journey. Are you prepared for what lies ahead?
I need a moment to calm
Let's
down.
end this! I hate myself.
No need to hate yourself,
Yes,
Aiden.
let's end this.
Get ready, Xemnas. It all ends here.
If you say so.
Oh, Joey, I'm afraid I've done you a slight disservice by not telling you to remap to put, I don't know, whatever. There's going to be a segment of this fight where Magnet is super useful, but you can still access it manually in your menu.
Yeah, we'll see if I can.
You won't be under high pressure. You'll see.
It seems your hearts have led you to obliteration. Perhaps it doesn't pay to be too loyal to one's heart. I will have to be sure and remember that.
Is that a freaking building?
Yeah?
Jesus! No! Garbage!
They aren't programmed for this fight, unfortunately. I agree, from a storytelling standpoint, it's bogus, but, like,
Yeah.
they're not programmed as proper party members. Like, Kairi doesn't even have in-game, like, animations,
What
right?
did I say? Go after Xemnas.
Just go.
Wow.
Yeah, alright. Why not?
Exactly, I was about to say,
You're
why
real strong
not?
at this point, so why not?
They actually did a little good prompt there. You guys didn't hear it. They had a little voice line from him. Let's go, which plays at certain points, like when you're calling all of Pooh's friends together and whatever. But they just found a way to integrate that into gameplay really quickly. Of like, let's get a move on, everybody. Get some momentum going. Get some speed going.
This is real big.
That is correct, Joey. You keep mashing that triangle button. You're gonna have a few more prompts coming soon.
You don't have to destroy it, Sora.
Just in case. Just in case. Alright, right here, knock enemies into the core to damage it. You see these little things right here? They'll kind of spawn in right on top of you. If you just cast one magnet, it's like, you see they're flying in there and like hitting the wall and exploding, right?
Okay, so just
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, just cast it once and like you're just gonna like suck them all in. Just like whenever that goes down, just cast another one. Just go ahead, yeah.
So that's it. Just
Yeah, this makes this very easy. If they're about to attack, try using stunt dodge to avoid. Uh-oh, you got 8 seconds to get out of here, Joey. You gotta dodge out of the way because that whole thing exploded.
What about
this-
our friends?
They're fine, they're with you. So basically, these are supposed to be big engines, these big cylinders. If you hadn't destroyed it when you jumped away, a big blast of energy would have come out of it, right?
Yeah.
Like then, and you would have been avoiding the back thrust, but you destroyed so many so quickly that it didn't matter.
yeah.
That
I just
like
used
you just
cure
blew
so
it
that
up.
I can start regenerating.
Yeah, that's fine. I saw what you did. I saw what you did. I knew what you were up to, Joey. I respected the decision. But you see what I mean, where it's like Magnet just makes this faster. Those guys don't even really damage you. It's like you notice you didn't do full damage to it.
Oh, so now I'm
yeah,
gonna wait.
typically you would jump back over, you would switch between these cylinders,
Oh.
but since you already blew up one of them, you just jump back to the one you were on. So typically this takes you 2 cycles on each, but if you use Magnet, you can get them both in one cycle really easily. There you go, you're already good. If the place is going to explode, your only hope is to use
Try it.
stunt dodge. By the time that is finished scrolling, you'd already be dead.
Yeah. I should just say press the green button.
Stop the energy core. It's that big thing in the wall. Just attack the wall.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought that was a door, so I just.
Okay, so now there's a barrier up and you gotta defeat enemies. So they're just sending you through a few more phases of
Yeah,
this kind of stuff
sure,
before you get to
why
the
not?
proper boss stuff. Mixing it up a little bit.
I appreciate it. It's alright. I'm good with it.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with having a proper everything fight. Test your abilities, and I know it's probably not gonna do that.
Remember, Joey, when you got Combo
yeah,
Master.
Yeah, I realized that when it was too late. Is he about to attack?
Yeah, when he comes back down like that, I think that does slight damage, but that's all it really does. Like, you just when it's vulnerable, just deal as much
Oh,
damage as
no.
possible. It's no big deal.
One of these guys. Come on.
I
But
saw
you're big
a
and strong
old-
now.
Yeah.
I'm big and strong. No fear. What is that?
Whoa!
It's,
Okay,
it's like a
small finger.
giant claw from like the whole it's like the whole superstructure attacking you or whatever. Like you saw, like it was the castle, but like it was like a flying machine, but it was like a dragon, but it was like what was it? You know?
Yeah.
It's a whole thing. Who knows? Who knows what it was?
Jesus!
You jumped away. You should have stayed in there. You could have. Oh no, you're good. Yeah, no, you actually
Oh.
stopped it. You're good. Okay. I thought that the energy. I thought the shield went back up right before you landed the killing blow, but you actually got it, so we're good. So We've done major damage to this whole thing. We're just kind of at the top of it. Again, this is again where we're getting into what is any of this. It doesn't matter. It's just abstract
No,
gameplay,
it's just- it's cool stuff.
silliness. Yeah.
I love how he's just standing there. Like, he's not in a battle-ready pose or anything.
Riku's like, I don't care. He's casual.
Yeah, he's like, I'm
What's going on? Bad guys around here? I'll
right.
kill them all.
It's like probably beaten worse than this.
That's
All
not
good.
the armor we saw. is it?
No, this is not the armor that we saw. This is new armor. This is
I
armored
forgot
Zemnis.
about that armor.
Yeah, you did, didn't you?
Oh.
Because it's not very memorable. It's just a thing in a scene with no context.
So do we get context this game or nah?
Kind of, sort of.
Ooh.
Don't worry about the armor
Okay.
for
All
right
right.
now.
Yeah, I'm not.
This is not that. It's other armor. It's just this is armored Zemnis Form 1.
Jeez.
So you'll notice that he's attacking you with both his attacks and like look, all of the organization members' weapons are surrounding him. Did you notice that?
Yeah, I did notice.
Like Axel's things were off on the walls. All of them can activate and do different attacks. There are all the cards on the ground.
I'm glad I didn't get to that point.
Okay. Hold on. As soon as this is over, you're gonna need. As soon as this loading screen is over, you're gonna need pause for just a second, Jelly. Okay, they're gonna pretend like that's the end. It's not, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
With that in mind, just enjoy this. There's some good stuff in this scene, so don't be like, oh, when's the next bit coming up? Just enjoy this scene as if it's over.
Gotcha.
Oh, Kyrie's back. Cool.
Yeah, we're back. We're like back outside now. We went back outside of
I
that door.
need
We're back on the real castle.
More rage. I need more hearts.
Zemnis, there's more to a heart than just anger or hate. It's full of all kinds of feelings. Don't you remember?
Unfortunately, I don't.
I love that so much. That's what the whole game needed. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
remember all the stuff I was talking about like, you know, pulling. I just love the line. I need more rage. I need more hearts. Sora spares a little bit of sympathy for the villain. There's more to it than just that. Don't you remember all of the other wonderful experiences of being a human?
Nah.
Nope. I don't remember. It's great because it's like, okay, so Xehanort was obviously a horrible person because he, you know, murdered people, a lot of people, and wanted to murder more, and the heartless version of him led like a galactic genocide. This is where these villains become not necessarily sympathetic, but like Zemnis was doomed to be that way by the prior sins of his human version, right? The only things that he could even vaguely feel, anger and hate.
Yep.
Right? Like that's it. That's all he has in him. And he
Yeah.
has no capacity to experience new things or gain new emotions. Again, that's everything that everything that's interesting about these villains, once again coming out at the end of the game. But
Yeah.
whatever. That's a really like honest to God great little exchange between
Yeah.
those two. Like that's some of the best writing in the whole game in my personal opinion.
Gosh, you all did great.
You're coming back with us, right?
I had given in to the darkness.
Riku,
How am I gonna face everyone?
like this.
That's cute.
Yeah, isn't it? Isn't that sweet?
That was nice.
It's a nice little capper on, again, even though we've only had like, what, 2 hours with that arc?
Yeah.
It's a nice little capper on
good.
the arc. Again, Sora is such a nice guy that he helps out his buddies.
Riku.
How do we get out of here?
So Riku has lost his ability to make corridors of darkness because all the bad, the not so goodness has been forced out of him.
Oh yeah, she's still around.
Well, if you notice when she said the rest is up to you, Riku, she vanished between cuts, right?
Oh.
Ridiculous.
Well, I'm not sure. But we better hurry and get through.
Wait for me!
Pluto caught up. He got through all of those Heartless and Maleficent and Pete.
He really is the strongest.
Pluto's Bizarre Adventure.
So it's everybody's gonna go through but Sora, and then he's gonna have to do the rest of this alone.
Thank you. Nominate. Sure. See? We meet again, like we promised.
Huh? You said we'd meet again. But when we did, we might not recognize each other.
I just got chills. What the heck? Oh my gosh.
Huh.
So, Aiden, I guess continue. Voice your opinion really quickly.
I don't have anything else. Wow.
She's feeling stuff, guys.
If I may, there's the one thing about that bit that kind of messes me up every time is like for a split second I forget that she's talking to Roxas and not Sora.
I had no idea.
Good for you.
Until
you kept
the boy came out.
Oh no, you were thinking she was talking to Sora.
No.
You just knew what she was doing.
I thought she was talking to Sora.
Yeah.
And then Roxas came out, and that's when I was like, whoa.
No, but it's just like I don't know. Let me put it this way. This is kind of a thing where this comes down to different strokes for different folks type of stuff. They have some little scenes together in the beginning of this game, and kind of the implication is like, oh, they're Sora and Kyrie's nobodies, so they're into each other as well, right? In my personal opinion, they don't have nearly as many strong scenes together as Sora and Naminé do.
Yeah.
So in my head, Chain of Memories ends with them promising to see each other again. So that's where my head goes, because that's the stronger moment for me, personally. Right?
See, that's where my head went too. But I'm not upset.
No, I'm not upset at it at all.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I don't know. I'm not, like I said, I'm not mad about the whole Naminé and Roxas thing. And I kind of tentatively might even like it. Because, I mean, I don't know what, like, the depth of emotion that these guys can do is. But, like, Roxas can relate to Naminé in a way that Sora would never be able to.
Sure.
So despite the fact that they've got, you know, that big, good, strong moment and that all of that build and that good, like, solid relationship things happening during Calm, these two, with a handful of conversations, are already going to understand and relate to each other better than Sora ever could relate to Naminé.
Yeah, probably. And like I said, I don't have a problem with this scene necessarily. It's just that, like, for me, we're not, because, like, in this game, Naminé's kind of static. Like, she's more of, like, a magical exposition girl, whereas in Chain of Memories, she's really interesting and nuanced and flawed.
Yes.
And so, like, I wish that you got more of a payoff to the ending of Calm, where they promise that they'll meet again, even though Sora doesn't remember her, and it's more a matter of them getting a bit too sidetracked, where it's like they add a bunch of stuff that isn't necessarily bad to these games. Like, there's a lot of things in the spin-off games that are totally fine and that I like, but it's always like, but you're now distracting from something else that was already there that worked.
Yeah.
We see this a little bit in this game too, where it's like, so we got to that stuff about, you know, like Ansem and Xemnas, right? When they were, like, arguing with each other, like, that was a legitimately good scene.
Yeah.
And Xemnas being, like, a spurned apprentice who's pissed off is a different character from Evil King Ansem from the first game. But it's also like, did we have to lose Evil King Ansem to get... That's the thing, is that this series, like, can't really stick to one idea sometimes. So it's like, Roxas and Naminé, great, no complaint. Can we cap the other thing we were doing off? Because we were already doing this other thing that you didn't finish yet.
Yeah.
That's where my... This scene isn't bad. This is a good scene. Please continue. I just wanted to kind of say that really quickly. Because I always get a little bit... Like, I legitimately forgot one of the times when I was playing this that she was not talking to Sora. And I've played this game like 5 times.
The way you remember me. And you see yourself the way I remember you.
I always thought nobodies were doomed to fade back into darkness.
Yeah, but you and I didn't. We got to meet our original selves.
So, we can be together again.
Right. Anytime Sora and Kyrie are together.
We'll be together every day. Right, Sora?
Yeah.
Right. I'm sure that's the plot of KH3.
They're just friends, though, guys. I don't want romance in Kingdom Hearts. It should just be platonic friendships all around.
Look sharp.
How come they glowed different colors?
Because why not?
Don't worry. You're all still you.
More fun for the effects department.
Hey, let's go home.
Riku, come on.
Yeah.
Got a funny feeling they're not gonna make it.
Sora, Riku!
What?
How did you call that, Aiden? It's so unpredictable. I can't believe you saw that coming. So this phase of the fight has something that we know about that got cut. Well, you'll see this first.
That's pretty big.
So before this dragon, there was supposed to be a phase where Xemnas got like all the skyscrapers from the city and made them into like a big Godzilla monster with a crown on it, and they were gonna fight that, but that didn't quite pan out. There's concept art of it.
Cool stuff. I'm usually a pretty big fan of absurdly huge fights.
Look, Sora, a convenient hover bike with a sidecar.
What?
Don't question it.
Sora!
Hey, Joey, are you ready for a gimmick fight?
You know I am.
Okay, so this
You
fight's...
know it couldn't be any other way.
Okay, listen, this fight's really weird. You're gonna have some commands showing up in the bottom left-hand corner to kind of clue you in what you're supposed to be doing here. Okay, you've got like, you can swing your Keyblade at enemies that are right on top of you, and you can shoot lasers at things that are far away. Your main objective here is just to destroy the general ship, right? Ooh. Okay, you see...
Absorb shots with circle to gather energy.
Yeah, you've got this shield, and if you absorb shots with it, that energy gauge is gonna fill up, right?
Okay.
When that energy gauge fills up, you get a, quote, super laser that will immediately destroy whatever section of the ship you're currently working on. So if you've got a section of the ship almost on, like, as if you're fired lasers at that right now, right? At that red there.
Absorb it.
Yeah, no. Only the little, like, blue
How do I
ticks
fire
are, like,
lasers?
absorbables.
Is this
Square is
lasers?
firing lasers, and X is, like, swing your Keyblade.
Are these lasers, though?
Yeah, the blue lasers that are shooting out are those.
Okay.
Yeah, so you see that energy gauge is filling up. You want to try and be filling that up, and basically whenever you see, eventually you're going to get to, like, another wing or whatever, and it's going to be like, now destroy this section of the ship, right?
Yeah, it doesn't, like, the lasers don't feel, like, great.
I don't think that you can block those. You just keep moving in a circle and they won't hit you, though. When those like kind of glyphs come up that are shooting at you, just like move in a square around the screen and don't stop moving and they won't hit you.
Should I just absorb and just not be shooting at all?
See, now hit triangle. Done. You just finished that phase.
Okay, so I guess yeah.
Yeah, you can be shooting and absorbing, and like maybe you'll like finish one without need of the mega laser, and then you'll get onto the next one and just be ready to kill it immediately. But it's like, it's whatever. This isn't super hard. The only difficult thing about this is that you can't heal.
Oh.
There's no healing here, which is why you should start moving in a square right now. Because they always shoot it where you were. Okay. At least those glyphs do. Those purple shots home in on you, so just make sure you absorb them. Yeah, there you go. See, like, you've almost got this one killed, exactly. So, like, you could have hung out and absorbed more shots, but you could have also just wiped it. And now, hopefully, on the next phase, you'll just be able to get the Mega Laser right away and take care of business. TCB, taking care of business.
We gonna do his face? We gonna do his face? Oh.
Oh boy, I don't think you can absorb those missiles, unfortunately. Come on, give me a target. I think you're gonna go destroy his wings, not his face now, if I recall correctly. Yeah, here you go.
Okay, well, I was about to complain about the emblem again, but then I was like, wait, this is something that Xemnas made. So
yeah,
like,
this is his big thing.
Yeah.
So we're not in the mysterious other dimension anymore. So
I'm not mad about it. It's okay.
There you go. No, I think you just have to do the other wing, and then you're done with this phase.
Yeah, because then he can't fly anymore.
Your health isn't great, but you should be able to make it. Just be careful. On the bright side, a continue will start you from your current phase of the fight. Like, if we die, we don't have to start, like, from the last quote room load of, like, you know, starting before the freaking fight. But all the same, this is, you can't do this fast, you know?
Yeah.
Like, this goes at the game's pace, so, like, it's better to just not die and not have to redo it.
I can't even tell if the lasers are auto-locking on or not.
They are. But they're also they're also auto-locking to enemies, so, like, it's not great. They auto-path to targets, but you can't control which targets they path to.
Okay.
You also almost got this last wing done, so there you go. Woohoo! That was the end of that phase.
Riveting.
Yeah, not great.
And the music doesn't like help a ton. Like
No,
it feels like
this
this should
music
be like
doesn't help a
traveling
ton.
Music,
It's not hype.
like fight music. It's like it's pleasant. I like the track. I just don't think it goes here.
Though it should be. I should note that this next phase has one of my favorite pieces of music in this entire freaking franchise. The next phase of this fight has fantastic.
Oh wow! In perspective, that thing's huge.
Yeah, it's a
Occasionally,
big
this
one.
game is capable of having cool shots.
Yeah, y'all killed that. Oh no, you
Or
didn't.
did we?
No, you didn't. Just kidding. They were looking like, oh no, what did we do? Yikes. Oh, it's the dude again. Uh-oh.
Hey, Riku?
Yeah?
I wanted to thank Naminé, but I couldn't bring myself to say it. Not until everything was back to the way it was before.
Don't worry. We'll make that happen. Once this is over, you can thank her all you want.
Yeah!
Okay, so you may or may not notice that Sora sounds a little bit different there. Not too bad. That's because this was recorded much later. You see, in the original version of the game, they land, and then the thing flies away, and they take a fighting stance, and it shows Xemnas in the armor, and the fight begins. That was added in Final Mix.
Okay.
So here's... You know how they wrote down thank Naminé so that they wouldn't forget to thank Naminé?
Yeah.
Well, the people writing this game apparently forgot about that.
Oh.
So that's why that last bit really bothers me, is because I think they actually forgot what they wrote in Chain of Memories. Like
I forgot about thank Naminé.
I did not.
The game
I
starts
have never
with that.
forgotten about it.
Yeah.
I know. I'm not saying you're.
It's
but
been a
my
while.
point is that like, that's like, and Sora met a person named Naminé and was just like, oh, whatever, and didn't do anything. Like they actually afterthought. Oh yeah, that was a plot point, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Let's stick that here, so it doesn't affect the canon. So like, you know, we don't mess with the canon of he didn't actually say anything to her, so it really doesn't matter. It could just be a conversation he had with Riku. Bam. There you go.
Speaking of
It's
Riku,
fine.
can we just take a moment to appreciate like his pose right now?
Yes.
So it's real good.
Yeah, that's his general fighting stance. It's one hand out and
Yeah, but I mean,
back over
like,
behind his
look
shoulder.
at him.
But yeah, it's
What a
just
dude.
Pretty
just-
dude.
I have in my notes. Remember how I originally forgot that Naminé was talking to Roxas? Well, that scene now makes a lot more sense because apparently the people writing this game also forgot about something. Chain of Memories. Okay, anyway,
boy.
so that annoys me a lot. Not because like I said, the Roxas stuff wouldn't bother me if it wasn't superseding other stuff that's already interesting. And
Yeah.
clearly, even the people who are writing the game forgot about really interesting drama that we all agreed was super cool and awesome, and we liked a lot about Chain of Memories. Anyway, that's all. Please continue, Joey.
Alrighty. Let's end it.
This fight is also a bit of a gimmick fight, I'm afraid. But this music is also really good.
It is
This music is a
fantastic.
bump, as they say. That's what they say, right? Is it a
Say a
bump?
bop.
A bop?
A
Okay,
bop.
whatever.
It's a bop.
I don't know.
A bump
I
is
don't-
what you do of drugs.
Well, you know, it can be both, I'm sure. I'm gonna bring it back.
Okay.
Whoa! Whoa!
Hey, you see that prompt up there at the top? Press
Oh,
O
no.
to jump in midair and air to glide, right? X and as square to glide,
Yeah.
right? Okay, so here's the thing about Well, just go fight him for now. You'll see why
Yeah,
that's relevant in the moment.
I did not mean to. Like, I always start these fights by jumping away.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I knew you would do that.
No.
So you see where it like glows white like that? That's when the effect breaks and you can charge straight through it. So if you hold back for a second, now go. Yeah. But I guess he was still invincible anyway. Okay, so basically in this fight, you've got glide too, Joey. Keep that in mind.
It said go near the things for a reaction.
Not the ones that are coming at you, Joey. The ones that are
These?
sitting still. They're different, you fool. Don't go towards the other ones.
Nobody told us that.
Of course, I'm being sarcastic. You know I'm being sarcastic. It's bad prompts.
This is cool though.
It is very
it's fine.
cool.
It's making up for it.
This is pretty wicked.
Oh no.
So the problem with this is, if you haven't leveled your jump abilities, I've seen people start this fight and they miss the information box. They don't know how to glide.
Oh really?
Yeah, and they'll like get stuck here. They'll like skim the bottom of the zone because they don't know how to get around through here until they get close enough for a reaction command prompt to pop.
Yikes.
It's a little bit awkward, but anyway. With you, Joey, you know how all this stuff
Whoa,
works.
no,
so good.
it was stationary.
It was, and then the game changed its mind, you
Oh my
fool.
gosh, do I have to? No! Oh, okay, so do I just have to? Okay.
Joey, I don't know.
No!
Kingdom Hearts 2 works in mysterious ways.
Come on, don't move. Come on. Come on.
There you
All
go,
right.
you did it. Well, how did they know this would work? Is what I want to know. But again, this is also like, so this is again what I'm talking about. Like, look at the teamwork.
Anime boys.
Yeah, no, that's
We're
what
back.
matters.
We're back in black, baby.
Anime boys. This is some good stuff.
It really is.
Stop!
I know. Listen.
Get on top of him and use reflect, you fool.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
All right, effective.
This whole playthrough, as the comment once said, is gonna be Jacob continually saying, "I recommend using reflect," and Joey dying. We ride and die. We ride or die until the end. You're on our research runs and frustrated Jacob YouTube channels.
From the realm of
Whoa.
I will not allow it.
Final
to
zebra
end
man.
This way.
Heck yeah.
Not yet. If light and darkness are eternal, then surely we nothings must be the same.
I thought you were nobodies. Why are you nothings?
Elemental. Whatever.
You're right. Light and darkness are eternal. Nothing probably goes on forever too. But guess what, Xemnas?
That doesn't mean you're eternal.
No more eternal than that radiance of yours.
Talking about my girl?
Was that like it was like if he had like some kind of veiled threat towards Kyrie there instead? It was like I'm gonna kick your ass.
Like low-key almost expected her to be part of a gimmick where it's like,
Did you hear that? Anger and hate are supreme, he said.
Oh, whoa.
But,
Boy,
like,
howdy.
interesting gimmick that I thought might possibly be
Oh
coming
my
is
gosh.
like
Gosh.
Kyrie gets pulled
Okay.
in. Yikes.
I don't know what I could have done right there.
Before
Oh,
you-
I know
before
what I could have done. I could have hit L1 instead of this button that's broken behind it.
You want to switch out your controller? Your other one is probably charged by now.
No, it's
Joey,
fine.
no, seriously, turn this one off. It's probably almost dead anyway. Grab yours from underneath.
All right.
Here, the blue controller on top of the PlayStation 3 is yours. Let me turn on a light so you can see it. It's the one plugged in. Just go ahead and grab it. That one's yours.
But like Loki almost expected Kyrie to like get pulled in and like you couldn't do damage at certain times or it would do damage to her and like
That'd be a neat gimmick.
it would be a neat gimmick. I have no idea how to do it. That's why I don't make video games, but that
So
would be neat.
So Joey, your problem. So you know how that fight opened, and he went, "We shall go together," and he did like a command grab on you and threw you in the air, right? Okay. Kingdom Hearts 2, the way that's supposed to work is you mash triangle and you do the reversal reaction command, right? And you just dodge around through those thorns for like a couple of minutes, and then the fight continues as normal. In 2.5 on PlayStation 3, it's bugged and does not work, and sometimes the reversal commands just don't show up.
Okay.
So there's basically two things you can do. You can either A, alternate between reversals and reflects to try and do some damage and protect yourself, but that's pretty risky because you might not get the timing right. Best thing to do, you have to burn all your MP, just do a limit break with Riku.
Like right out the gate, or
whenever you get that animation of Xemnas grabbing you and throwing you, flip down to limits immediately, and as soon as you're in the air, just turn on session with Riku. Okay. And it will last long enough to get you through that sequence.
That's even cooler, though.
That's freaking cool.
Yeah, that's not how it's supposed to work because it burns all of your MP, but like that's what you have to do in this version.
I mean, I'd just be hitting cure anyway, so may as well.
Indeed.
Anger and hate are super.
And does he do that right out the gate always?
Usually he opens the fight with that, yeah. So.
Yep.
Woo! And it does the job well enough in terms of visual panache too.
Absolutely.
But it happens to last just long enough to get you pretty much all the way through this sequence. So now you're back in regular fight.
Oh, of course it's not gonna suck him in.
No, of course not. Afraid not. Afraid you're not that lucky.
Yes.
There you go.
But we got to clearly
you get
see
the clear
fist
shot of
bump
because you got
that
no
time.
explosion. So.
Yes. Oop, oop, oop.
Oh. I don't like this because it keeps unlocking me.
Yeah, whenever a lot of times when he teleports, you lose it, so watch out for that. So he shoots those thorns at you, and you use reversal to close distance on him, and you can usually follow up immediately upon hitting that triangle prompt once or twice. It'll usually land you right on top of him, and then you can land hits.
I don't know why I'm telling you to do that like you don't know.
I think Riku only used like one of your mega potions, so you're gonna be good for a hot minute.
We'll hope.
He just blew another one, so I think you've got like 5 more help from him to go, and of course you've got high potions.
Okay.
Doesn't always land you perfectly next to him, but sometimes it dashes you to him. What were you gonna say, Aiden?
I like the trail that Riku's makes, that blue.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. I didn't set my macro.
Oh, what have you got? What's the problem?
Potions down there.
Oh crap! Oh crap! Crap!
Yeah.
Well, if you hit up twice and then mash X like 2 times, then you'll use a potion. So up twice on the D-pad, X twice. We'll use a potion on Sora. You gotta hit it one more time to get it on Sora.
Okay.
Yeah. So up twice, X twice. We'll get you a potion.
Gotcha.
So that's not good. We forgot about that, but whatever.
Yeah, whatever. It makes it more intense.
Ooh. Okay, so with those, you can dodge out of it, or if you do a neutral... Whenever he shoots lasers at you, yeah, a neutral standing block will take care of that. There you go. Including when they're circling all around you like that. If you time it right, there you go, you're good. So that's the way around those. When he's holding still like that and he's doing his hand like this, that means he's about to start off on a whole crazy thing of lasers, so just be ready to block. You can block with Reflect too, obviously, but your neutral block will get you through it without burning any MP, so... Yeah, whenever you see him posing like that, with his arm outstretched like he's trying to force choke you, he's about to laser blast.
Like that, yeah.
Yeah, precisely.
Yeah.
It's fine, you're learning the fight. It's not a big deal. I didn't expect you to, like, just master it immediately.
Nice.
Yeah. Riku's going for it, man.
I was like, what is he even hitting, though?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's frustrating because I'm just trying to hit him and then he just tanks through all my attacks. Whoa. This isn't that same thing, right?
No, this is some Riku good boy stuff.
Pause.
Ooh!
Okay, now this is really... Now, unfortunately, this is pretty punishing despite how cool it is. So Riku controls kind of awkwardly here, okay? So I'm going to try and brief you so you don't die, okay?
Yeah.
Xemnas clones and shields are going to appear in front of you. You don't care about them. Your only objective is to reach the Xemnas that is Force Lightninging Sora. When you get to him, you're going to use a reaction command to free Sora.
Oh.
You have a time limit because Sora's health is being burned down here because he's in a force choke.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's no.
Yeah, that really doesn't help you much here.
And I don't have a double jump or anything.
No, you don't. You just want to get to main Zebra Man.
Okay.
Watch this. He takes it.
Oh,
he freaking
so
takes
sick.
it. Oh my! And throws him. And then he heals you, but you healed yourself anyway, so it's fine. Yeah, the game throws you a free heal there since, you know.
You just took that with
that's
nothing
the
to
sickest.
Wasn't that awesome? Okay, ready.
Oh.
Freaking coolest.
This is what's so awesome about this game, is that it doesn't matter if Xemnas is the crappiest villain ever, because all that matters is that Riku and Sora are fighting him together and doing all of this.
The boy!
Like, that's how the ending brings it back, is because the rest of the plot doesn't matter. They could have been fighting freaking the villain. They could have been fighting Steppenwolf from Justice League, and it wouldn't have mattered. Hey, Joey.
Hey.
Get ready for something here.
Okay.
Hit X and triangle at the same time.
Oh my gosh. There's nothing.
I would
to
use
this
both. I would use both thumbs if I were you, just to make it a bit simpler. But
oh man, this has no sustenance at all except for looking cool, but it's looking cool.
Working in perfect unison against insurmountable odds.
Man, this is wicked. This is real cool.
All right, with that, you have essentially beaten the fight. We got a little bit more, mostly fluff to go. Oof.
Dual wheeling? How cool!
Riku!
Ooh.
Just land a finisher.
And that's all it takes.
Congratulations, you just beat Kingdom Hearts 2.
Here we go. We done did it.
Also, you cannot pause during this final cutscene, so I'm gonna mostly not try and go off on any crazy rants here. So, if we have to talk, we're just gonna have to talk. So.
Alrighty.
We did it!
I wouldn't be too sure of that.
Oh, wow.
Just the raw joy of that last fight when it's executed well and it's not like too hard when you're like doing it like as you just did.
Yeah.
Where it was the right amount of challenge, you were blocking and dodging, and God, that fight is so awesome.
It really is.
I can't. Don't say another word. It's not over. It's just not.
What's not?
Riku took really. So I did. You're supposed to, when he got hit in that little final little cutscene, that was cutscene damage. Like he took real hits.
Big damage, yeah.
Aw, come on, Riku. You've been hanging out in darkness too long. You gotta try and think positive.
Sora? You lead.
Got it.
Oh, wow.
Grab him right by the ass.
Grabbing him by his belt.
I always figured I was better at stuff than you.
Really?
Are you mad?
No. I kinda always thought you were better at everything, too. Riku, look. What's that light?
I have to cheat a little bit here. I forgot to do it earlier. We're at 40 minutes. I don't want to risk this recording crashing when we can't pause, so, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, while we're on that white screen.
Yep. Good call.
End of the road.
Yep.
Oh, this is.
Oh, we're
this
back.
Is, oh.
Put me down. I can walk.
Hey.
Ah, he's fine. Riku doesn't need any help from anybody.
Yeah, this is. Yeah.
You know, maybe the darkness has gotten to me, too.
Oh, what a dumbass. Tried to be proud. Couldn't quite do it.
This world is perfect for me. If this is what the world really is, just this, then maybe I should fade back into darkness.
Riku.
If the world is made of light and darkness, we'll be the darkness.
I don't love some of the script stuff here where it's getting a little bit hoity-toity, artsy-fartsy, lightsy-darksy. Basically, so they're kind of stuck, right? They're sitting on the very edge of the realm of darkness right now and have no method of getting back. So they're basically going, yeah, we did our job.
Yep.
Great. It's basically doing what Riku was doing.
Sora, could you help me? I want to get down to the water.
Yeah, it's the belt.
At least the waves sound the same.
That's fucking cruel.
What I said back there about thinking I was better at stuff than you? To tell you the truth, Sora, I was jealous of you.
What for?
I wished I could live life the way you do. Just following my heart.
Yeah, well, I've got my share of problems too.
Like what?
Like wanting to be like you.
Well, there is one advantage to being me. Something you can never imitate.
Really? What's that?
Having you for a friend.
Aww.
And I guess I'm okay the way I am. I've got something you could never imitate too.
Kyrie, bitch.
No.
That's the first time in this script where they just like, you get it. They didn't have to say, I've got you as a friend. He just repeated the line, oh, I got it. I understand. Screenwriter, thank you for having confidence in me. Isn't this super duper sweet?
It is.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Other than the fact that, like, they're stranded. Like,
yeah,
that sucks.
but it's like, you know,
But
whatever.
the boys bonding, I dig.
Yeah, it's kind of the same as the ending of the first game. Like, we did our job, and now it's, you know, whatever.
Mermaids sometimes are believed to be able to teleport to places. Is that from Ariel? Maybe?
Not quite, no. Somebody else sent a letter in a bottle in this game.
Kyrie?
Sora? I think it's for you.
But it's from so long ago.
From the very beginning of the game.
Exactly.
Right when she remembered his name.
Yeah.
Or rather, it was written before.
Oh, big cutscene.
It was written before she remembered his name. It's not addressed to anybody. Riku started reading it and knew it was for Sora.
That our hearts will blend. Now I will step forward to realize this wish.
So this is a bit of gibberish Kingdom Hearts poetry. This is the same poetry that actually plays on the menu trailer in Kingdom Hearts 1. But whatever.
Or maybe it's already begun. There are many worlds, but they share the same sky. One sky.
Pay close attention to the letter when we get a shot of it here in a second. It's addressed to no one and from Kyrie. Riku read like the first sentence and knew who it was for, which is such a great, again, like after the rivalry between them, I think it's for you. She's yours.
We'll go together.
Yeah.
This door isn't explained, so my only assumption is literally the power of love.
Why not?
Who cares?
I'm sure it'll be arbitrarily explained in some new Kingdom Hearts game.
Again, story stuff that doesn't interfere with arcs and isn't mystery.
Yet. Maybe one day.
I mean, yeah.
Who is it that opened that door for us? Oh, huh.
Oh my god.
I can't believe Sora and Riku are dead.
Give that boy a haircut. Oh my gosh.
Sora! Riku!
Hey! She on a beach. And suddenly Riku's fine and can swim. Like
He can swim well enough to get there.
Deal.
See, he's still kind of slow falling
Yeah.
after.
Oh, what?
They all went through the same portal, remember?
Oh, they look freaky at this size.
It's fine.
Whoa.
We do have to talk a little bit during this.
Oh, yeah, because
of the theme song.
music,
We're
yeah.
okay here because there's enough audio from the game that we're probably fine. Once credits start, we're gonna have to like talk nonstop.
Probably.
Yeah.
We don't know for sure.
Oh my.
Oh, there it is. That's $1 million smile, both
Yep.
of them.
Oh. Oh.
That's Aiden, by the way, viewer, slapping her legs.
Giddy is the word that comes to mind.
We're back.
You're home.
Oh, that's a good line. That's a good one.
Oh boy.
That's a good one.
The last game ends with their hands being pulled apart.
Ah, now they get to touch her.
Oh.
Guys, can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
I never wanted Kingdom Hearts 3.
No, yeah, it doesn't.
Nah,
it doesn't need to.
no,
I was
it's
expecting a
fine.
cliffhanger.
It's fine.
I know, and I did not want to ruin that assumption for you
Oh,
because I felt
no.
like that was, because everybody who hasn't played these games assumes, oh, Kingdom Hearts 2 must have the biggest cliffhanger because everybody's been waiting for years for 3.
Oh,
no!
I
3
was-
is like number 2 is the ending of a trilogy.
It doesn't
I was
need-
ready to go home and cry. Like, I was ready to be disappointed.
Now you're gonna cry for
until-
different reasons.
I mean, yes, but
now it's time to be afraid of what
What-
might happen
how are they
in
gonna
3.
How are they gonna F it
Oh,
up?
man.
How are they gonna F it up? What are they gonna do to my sweet, sweet babies?
Who's gonna kidnap Kairi this time?
Bowser.
She's gonna
Bowser
kidnap-
is in
She's
Kingdom
gonna
Hearts
kidnap
3.
herself.
Oh shoot, you're right. No, they're gonna introduce a new thing. It's like this one has no bodies. They're gonna have like alter egos in the next one. It's gonna be evil versions of everybody. You're gonna have Kairi alter, and she's going to be evil. And she's going to kidnap regular Kairi to and be like, if I take regular Kairi, I'll make myself whole, and I'll be the real Kairi. There we go. That's my there we go. That's my ramblings. This music is very loud, and we're gonna have to talk.
Oh, should I turn it down a bit?
No, I'm saying it's like we're gonna have to be speaking.
So this is actually interesting, where the fast version of the song in Kingdom Hearts 1 of Simple and Clean is a remix, and then the end credits version, where it's more of like a slower, that's the album version. In this game, the opening is the album version, and this is called the After the Battle mix.
Okay.
This slower version is actually the remix.
Huh.
Yeah,
All
it's just,
right.
but it's not jazzed up. It's remixed to be slower and
it's
calmer.
Yep.
Yeah. There you go.
Wow.
Yep, that's the game. That's the game that everybody, my entire life, has been like, oh, play Kingdom Hearts 2. It's a good game. I'm like, yeah, I'm sure. But actually, no, it wasn't. Yeah, I'm sure it was. Yeah, but I haven't played Final Fantasy. Because I assumed.
See, that's what I thought too. I knew that Kingdom Hearts was like a thing, and there was a girl at my school who had like a little jewelry box.
I'm sure there was. I feel like
all
every
the
school had
keyblades
that.
in it. Like, and there were the necklaces, and you could change out which keyblade was on your little chain to wear as a necklace. And I was like, oh, well, if this girl likes it, who I thought was like the coolest, because she was a total telling moment right here. She was section leader of front ensemble.
Whoa.
I thought she was super cool. She was on Scholars Bowl with all boys. I thought she was the coolest.
The bomb diggity.
Like, and she was like, yeah, this Kingdom Hearts game's pretty great. And I was like, but I haven't played the Final Fantasy ones.
And see, and
I'm not gonna know who
it's
these
not,
people
I know
are.
it's not just us two, because like Price has been playing the game recently, and he was like, "Yeah, I was expecting a lot more Final Fantasy."
Like,
because like I was honestly expecting. I think I said it before. I was expecting like 60-40, like 60 Disney, 40
Yeah.
Final Fantasy, but it's like 85 Disney.
It's 85.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's like you got your OCs in there as well. The Final Fantasy
Yeah.
carries really are mostly. Well, it's like we talked about.
They might as well be OCs. Like,
Yeah.
like me knowing absolutely nothing about Final Fantasy. Like, even Joey knows a little bit. I know absolutely nothing. And I don't feel lost about their backgrounds, like, at all.
Well, because they're practically, they have different backgrounds in this, but it's also worth noting, I mean, like, you liked all those characters. Like, they're just as, like, for you, they're just original Kingdom Hearts characters.
Yeah.
Squall and Aerith and Yuffie are all just people who lost their worlds that help out Sora, and they're all nice, cool dudes, like, that you enjoyed, you know?
Cloud's the edgiest, but it's fine. Like, he sits there and he's like,
he is the edgiest. He is edgelord. Never mind.
No, it's fine. He's a cool edgelord. Is that? Yeah. If you're cool, does that not make you an edgelord anymore?
I don't know. It's these things change with the times, man.
Maybe it does.
Edgy, cool. I don't know if it's cool to be edgy anymore.
But sometimes it's like, I think we're getting a resurgence now where it's like if I see something super edgy, I'm like, oh, that's the coolest, because you don't see it anymore.
All right, I can agree with that.
It's like, and it's like ironic, but also part of me says it's not.
Yeah.
See, if we look here, we've got like 2 credits for base story and text planners, or 2 different people, right? So it's like we've got different people who work on writing the scenario and planning everything out and stuff. So there's a list. Stuff goes through a lot of different people to get everything actually up and running in the script that we see.
And
at the
none
end,
of them saw any problems with this.
They had a serious time crunch. All right. It's like the guy who had to translate Final Fantasy VII in like a month.
Oh, Jesus!
Yeah, times were a little different
That
back
game
then.
was messy.
Oh, dear kitten! Except
like their little noses.
Real big.
It's fine.
It's like Eskimo kissing.
They can do that.
They actually tried to kiss with their giant-ass mouths. That would look horrific.
Look, guys, it's the real drama.
Oh,
We've been
yeah.
waiting for the whole time. It's the real tournament. Who will win this time in the real world? We'll never know until Kingdom Hearts 3. That's why everybody's waiting for Kingdom Hearts 3. Painter, Pence, and Olette are going to be in Kingdom Hearts 3, and we'll find out who won that fight.
Oh, okay. For a second, I was like, if you're being serious, I'm not exactly mad, but like...
Kingdom Hearts 3, that's all that game's gonna be, is that mini game.
Struggle, yeah, absolutely.
Just everything.
It's gonna be a
every fight, like when you go into the battle sequence, it's just gonna be a ring, and you instantly have a bad.
The only types of those fights is for practice. It's actually gonna be an online multiplayer game. Like with that.
Super
like
competitive.
1v1s.
Yeah,
gonna be at EVO next year.
Just like Catherine.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
Catherine warming its way into EVO is like one of the most heartwarming stories of all time.
Dude, like if you ever actually watch, like you gotta be on the ball to do that. Like I watched
Ruh-roh.
Oh.
Ruh-roh.
They almost kissed. Can't let that happen in this Christian game.
Ping! What are you doing?
At GDQ, the dude did a speedrun of Catherine, but of that, like the competitive game mode for it. It's not the same as multiplayer, but it's the similar concept of just like, you run through the levels and it's randomly generated. And that like was stressing me out watching. Like, oof.
That was some good stuff right there.
Yeah, like it really, again, like I said,
can't wait for the post-credit scene to ruin all.
A lot of it is not really here in this game, but it's like everything about that ending that's super awesome is built from the first 2 games, not stuff from this game, which is kind of unfortunate.
Yeah, but like I'm also okay with it.
Coliseum.
Hey.
I mean, it's not like this game was bad.
Hey,
it just wasn't top tier.
It was not great.
There he is. Oh.
Yeah, I don't know why, Joey. I'm not going to talk about that for people who haven't seen 10. That's like, but wait, hold on. I thought that he was good to go in this universe.
What?
Whatever, it doesn't matter.
I'm definitely missing something.
It's a Final Fantasy X reference.
For a second, I didn't realize that was like video game render, and I was like, what?
Yeah, no, it still looks absurdly good.
Yeah.
So this is kind of a neat little moment. He's holding his hand up to the moonlight to check, and kisses something in his hand, puts it away. Implication, he figured out some way to cheat the Aztec gold curse. He stole one just for funsies. I wonder if I can figure out a way to game the system, and he pulled it off. Which is totally meaningless, but it's just kind of a funny little moment.
Yeah,
it's definitely him, though.
What's going on here?
Yeah, Naminé actually has a different voice actress in Chain of Memories, who I kind of like a little bit better, but it's also because she has a better script in Chain of Memories.
Yes.
Like she gets to have more range, so I'm sure the actress would have done just as good a job there. Though, so we mentioned previously, because one of my, and I don't want to talk too much about like, what could or couldn't, okay, first of all, there's a moment coming up here that I need to point out.
Oh, I'm Tim. Tim Burton's the director, not Steve. I was like, what the hell? Ooh, there's Tron. There's the Tron.
Hey, weird.
What's he dancing?
Remember they were joking about maybe singing or dancing Tron?
Yeah.
Somebody wrote and uploaded a dancing protocol to Tron and
gosh.
sent it to him. No, the thing I was gonna say that's like, and I don't want to talk too much about like, you know, what you know could be or whatever, because we have what we have, right? You know, it's not a matter of, you know, going out of the way to go, oh, you know, it would have been so much better if they'd done this or whatever. But when you were introduced to Naminé, you assumed, you know, oh, new character, right? Then you kind of got mad at her as the whole she was a fake Kairi situation was happening. But ultimately, you emerged on the other end of that game going, oh, cool, now there's a fourth member of the group.
Yeah.
Maybe a love interest for Riku now.
Yeah.
And what's neat about, honestly, like, that core cast of Sora, Riku, Kairi, and Naminé, I would have loved.
Yeah, I would also be very okay with
They've
that.
got super, like, regardless of shipping or whatever, they have incredibly distinctive personalities.
Yes. Yeah. Very much
that all
so.
play off of each other really well.
Yeah.
Nobody's, like, redundant in that group. You can put any two of them in a room and the scene
they're
plays
good.
out differently.
Yeah.
You know?
Shenanigans ensue.
They
kissed!
They did kiss, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So the other, and look, here's the sequel's gonna come out here in a second. The other
sequel's gonna come out here in a second.
The other thing I was gonna say is that if anybody out there happens to be a big Riku and Naminé shipper, because I know there are many of you, not as big, I don't care about that one as much as the Sora and Kairi thing, because that one's more, you know, in my head. It's a hypothetical thing, not something that's there. But if you're a big Riku and Kairi shipper, sorry, Riku and Naminé shipper, that is.
You better not ship Riku and Kairi.
You should
She's
check out.
taken.
You should check out.
Get them out. Get these little demon gremlins
That reminds
out
me.
of
We should,
here.
oh, wait, hold on first before we comment on their presence.
What?
That is, so those little wings that flew out are the logo of his love interest from 8, who has not appeared in these games so far. So it appears that he got a letter from her somehow, so she must exist in this universe, but we don't know in what capacity.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
Maybe we'll
I know
find
that
out.
I know that means nothing to you guys. For a fan of Final Fantasy VIII, that moment's kind of a big deal.
Okay.
Anyway, the thing I was gonna say is, if you're a Riku and Naminé shipper, check out the English dub for Studio Ghibli's film Whisper of the Heart, because the female lead is voiced by Brittany Snow and the male lead is voiced by David Gallagher.
Oh
And there
my
are
gosh.
scenes where, because David Gallagher doesn't change his voice at all, Brittany Snow sounds pretty different, but there are scenes where you can close your eyes and it's
man.
them. So if you're into that, you go do that. Hey, look at this. This is just like the scene from Kingdom Hearts 1 where Kairi goes in and finds,
the fruit.
remember, and she drew the reciprocal one, and he just found it.
Aww. I like that.
The slapping starts again.
Isn't that great?
Leave me alone.
It's a nice little moment to shove in there at the end.
Oh no, it's great. I'm not making fun of either of you. Either the scene or of you.
Got them names. Got all them
That's a lot of
names.
names.
This is-
Mayo, that's a good name. I like
This
Mayo
is
names.
you know, it's always like a matter of I just like that at the ending you have this like great feeling of affirmation between Sora and Riku as they become the friends that they weren't originally,
Yeah.
because it was out of balance because neither of them were the people they were meant to be yet, you know? And then you also have at the very end, even though that ending isn't about Sora and Kairi, that's not the relationship they're focusing on there. Ultimately, like you
That's
get that
also solid.
you get again him handing it off. I know this is for you, not for me. She doesn't feel about you she doesn't feel about me the way that she feels about you.
What is? Those some big flowers.
I'm gonna warn you right now, you guys don't need to be on pins and needles about like a nuke hitting the islands or whatever. This is mostly just a nice scene.
Okay.
Oh, there's the fruit!
Yep, it is. It's right there.
Ah, it looks satiny.
Nothing's changed, huh?
Nope. Nothing will.
I feel like that's a lie.
What a small world.
Have you learned nothing?
Part of one that's much bigger.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the point. They're showing growth.
Hey,
Aiden.
Riku.
They're calling back, but showing
What do you think
growth.
it was? The door to the light.
Don't ruin it. God,
No.
don't ruin it.
This.
This?
Yeah. It's always closer than you think.
Riku!
What's in that bottle?
Hey, what's up?
Look.
From the king?
I definitely thought he dumped it on the ground for a second. Oh wow, that's it. They have another adventure. But even with that, I don't need
it's
it.
not. That's not an. That's just like
Yeah.
that's a Calvin and
Yeah.
Hobbes ending. You
Yeah,
know,
you
it's
know,
just like the
it's-
first game. They go on another adventure, and
Yep.
this time it's all three of them together as friends.
Yes, and I'm chill. Ah!
Here's your secret ending. The Keyblade is said. We can't pause it, unfortunately, so we can't talk about that actual ending. But whatever. One legend said the wielder saved the world, while another says it wrought chaos and ruin upon it. I must know what this Keyblade is. A key that opens doors. Ransom Report 8.
What the? Who the? What? No! Leave it alone! It was fine! What is this?
These are goofy.
I mean, it looks good, but like, why? Jeez, that's a scary looking Keyblade, too. Oh! What? So Riku's.
That's Riku's, Sora's, and Mickey's,
Oh my.
Whoa!
and a lot more.
What? No! Leave it alone!
Okay, so I should tell you right now, when that happened, no one knew what a Birth by Sleep was. You guys know that's a prequel. When that happened, people lost their minds about, like, the Keyblade War showed up at the end and stuck for longer. Until very recently, and I mean like a couple of months ago, if you Googled Kingdom Hearts 3, just on the internet, right?
You
know how
didn't happen.
you know how when you Google like a movie or a video game, like you see a poster or cover art, over on the
Yeah.
corner with Google? Until very recently, if you Googled Kingdom Hearts 3, the cover art that appeared was a piece of fan art, right? And it was a PlayStation 3 box with Kingdom Hearts 3 logo with like red font, and it was those three armored people, the Keyblade War rated T, on PlayStation 3. That was where everybody thought this was going next. After that, that's where everybody thought this was going. I mean, no one knew what to make of that, right?
Well, yeah, I don't know what to make of that.
You shouldn't, because it's just a teaser, right? Once again, it's a mood piece, just like the ending of Kingdom Hearts 1's, secret movie, right?
Apparently, we didn't do very well on the gummy roots.
No, well, the Gummy Roots all have like 3 optional extra
Oh.
missions, and I did none
What
of
is
them.
saved
so
by Mickey?
that means if we got
Yeah.
knocked out in the fights where Mickey could jump in and help out, remember?
Oh.
Yeah.
okay.
So Joey only died in fights where Mickey helped him out 4 times.
Not bad, not bad.
Used Final Form a whole freaking heck of a lot, and a little bit of Chicken Little. So no, the other thing I was gonna say, I just want to say, so I'm gonna pull up the other secret ending because, like I said,
Yes.
we haven't unlocked the final mix secret ending,
Oh,
right?
okay.
Because that's the one that was in original Kingdom Hearts 2, which you just get by default when you beat the game in final mix, right?
Okay.
Since we did not complete, we would have to go and now beat all of the secret bosses and then re-fight Xemnas in order to get to the end credits again and watch that secret ending,
No.
right? So, now granted, by the time you go fight Xemnas for the second time and you've beaten all those secret bosses, normal Xemnas is like,
Yeah,
done.
of course.
Yeah.
Like, you just kill him instantly. So it's not a huge chore, but it's a bit frustrating. We're gonna skip that whole process and watch it on YouTube so we
That
can all see it together.
sounds better.
No, so we already talked about like the ending with regards to the the stuff where they're on the beach and the Sora and Riku affirmation and then Kairi bringing them back. Didn't talk about the post-credit scene with the letter, right? Again, talking about all those characters having really distinctive personalities that bounce off of each other well. Sora pulls it out and is looking at it like super seriously, right? This
Yeah.
is business. Riku looks over his shoulder like almost amused
Yeah.
by how eager Sora is. Kairi looks over at it kind of worried. Like this
Yeah.
is like she hasn't done this before.
Yeah.
What's going on? And the camera sweeps away. So I think for ages people are like, "Oh, Kingdom Hearts 3. What's in the letter? What's the big mission they got to go do?"
But it's okay.
Did you miss the point?
Yeah.
It wasn't about the contents of the letter.
It's about they're all going together.
It's like there literally never could have been another game.
Yeah,
it's just
and it would have been fine.
we are now gone from this friend of these great friends who are kind of growing apart to they've all grown as people, and now all three of them have magical swords, and all three of them are gonna go off and save the galaxy together.
Now, and even the like everything would have been fine if not for the stupid desert full of freaking keyblades.
But it's just like Kingdom Hearts 1. it's more of a mood piece than like a plot move forward thing.
I guess, but
now
it's still dumb.
Before we move on and watch that secret ending, we should just chat a little bit longer, and also we'll sit here for a minute so the trailer menu, the menu trailer can play, right? Like where you can sit on the main menu for long enough, the little trailer plays. Yeah. So I've now talked a lot about like my interpretation of stuff at the ending there. Please tell me what you guys think of Kingdom Hearts 2.
I liked it a lot. I was very afraid the ending was going to
be garbage.
No, the first thing that came to mind was piss me off, but I don't think I could have mustered enough energy from what I was expecting. I was expecting just a bunch of crap, and I was like,
I was
expecting
a letdown.
We can still talk during this because we're not gonna like miss anything important.
Yeah, no, I was expecting some neat stuff like in a pile of crap, but I didn't get that. It was pretty cool. I mean, there was some dumb. It was more of there's some crap and a pile of good stuff.
Yeah. There's and almost all of it, like, you can just like very easily sweep that stuff away because it's not relevant. Like all of the stuff that doesn't really make sense is like
the stuff that works
Don't
really
care.
well.
Yeah.
Yes.
All of it could have worked better. They just kind of spread it out a bit more, but ultimately what is there is good. It's just like I said, like this is Kingdom Hearts 3 as far as I'm concerned, because like with Chain of Memories, this is a trilogy.
Yeah.
This is a trilogy of Sora's character arc and then Riku's character arc and then the two of them coming together at the end.
Yeah.
Right? That's what this whole kind of thing pulls together as.
Yeah. And I'm good with it. And like these, like if we never did another one, I think I would be okay. Except for that stupid thing at the end. It's garbage. Doesn't belong. I'm never gonna think about it again. This was a lie.
So one thing that we never really talked about that people in comments have responded to we talked a lot about Roxas, obviously, right? And that whole sequence.
Probably.
The thing that's worth pointing out is some people in comments have come in and saying, no, I wasn't concerned about where Sora was because I played this game first. And so these were the characters that I was getting to know, and then these people that I liked went away for the rest of the game.
Oh.
And it's like, you're not wrong, commenter, at all. Like, that's fine, because there's stuff here to care about, honestly, that's easier to see when you're not frustrated about where's Sora.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah.
it's once again a matter of, you know, when I was talking about editing, like, you know, you can have cool things, but sometimes they interfere with other things that already worked.
Yeah.
Right? Like, this really feels like Tetsuya Nomura wanted to do a Matrix story about a guy discovering his identity and going through a weird crisis or whatever.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm just gonna put it in the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's fine, but it's not really...
That's one word for it.
It's not... It doesn't really gel with the rest of it, because like...
Yeah.
Well, the thing is that the whole theming of that sequence is like this really melancholy, you know, breakdown of dreams and summer being over and childhood being over or whatever, and like, you know, identity and what's important and all that kind of stuff. Like, and that has nothing to do with the rest of the game. Like, debatably, there's some identity stuff with Riku kind of towards the end, but the point is that the themes that are introduced in Roxas' sequence are not elaborated upon, subverted, reiterated, anything throughout the rest of the game. It's practically like a totally different product in some ways.
Yeah.
And so it's like, if you enjoy it, go right ahead and enjoy it. I would never tell anybody that they're wrong for enjoying that. My main idea with the whole Roxas rewrite was mainly just to make it jive more with the rest of the game. Was to make it more thematically consistent. So I haven't really shared any of that rewrite with you guys yet. Main reason being, I blow the lead on Riku immediately. That was one of my big changes, is like, there's 2 scenes where he's the cloaked figure, and then he's Riku.
Oh, okay.
So my main thing with the rewrite was I didn't want to change anything outside of the Roxas sequence. Like, I had to write it in a way where it's still jammed with everything else. But it's more like what you said, Aiden, where it's like, Sora doesn't have to know what's going on.
Yeah.
I just wanted to introduce Riku's problems and have that sort of Damocles hanging over the audience for the rest of the game.
Yeah,
was
no,
my thought process.
because like, Sora doesn't have to know. I don't give a shit if Sora knows. There's no point for us not to know, because then we're like, exactly like Joey put it, was like, oh, that was a cool thing for about an hour, you know? Like, amidst however long it took us to play this game. You know, there's...
It definitely, I would have liked it if it was handled better.
Yeah.
Because it really was like, before you got here, I was talking to him, and I was just like, man, it's like we've played like 40 or 50 hours of this game, and there's just been no Riku.
Yeah.
The most Riku there's been is the Soul Eater.
Showing up on a guy in a hood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That, for all we know, could have been Ansem, since we know he's a factor, and he used the Soul Eater too.
Yeah.
So, like, who cares? It just could have been a little bit tighter overall. It needed some more time in the oven, but it's like, it's not a disaster. This game isn't a disaster. It's a little rough around the edges here and there. A journey beyond time in Disney Castle. Port Royale Part 1, Agrabah Part 1. Wow.
What are we doing?
We're looking through the theater mode. These are where all the cutscenes are. You can go back and rewatch all of your favorite cutscenes. If you want to rewatch, you guys want to watch some?
I will walk away. You won't hear me say.
The Glittering Garden, as everything gets restored. We got a big question mark here, something we haven't unlocked yet. The other Twilight Town, Where Hearts Go, and Gathering.
And then the secret ending.
Some other question mark. That's the other secret ending we still have to get. I forget exactly what this correlates to, honestly.
Is it a secret boss?
That's one of the secret bosses. That is cutscenes pertaining to one of the secret bosses. That's exactly what that is. Anyway, so we got a few more things to do tonight. We're almost done. I do want to we've chatted a lot, obviously. I want to show you the final secret cutscene, then we'll come back here. We'll just chat for like 1 or 2 more minutes. Probably not 1. We'll chat for a few more minutes just to get everybody's feelings out, and then we'll be that'll be Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yeah.
I guess we might do like a discussion video at some point if we can get all 3 of us in the same room again and talk about it for like 30 minutes or so. But like, yeah, that's cool. All right, so again, this is what you would get upon beating all of the secret bosses.
Okay.
And this is the name of the movie because we didn't know that this was a prequel game yet called Birth by Sleep. We just knew this was a phrase that was in here.
This is Kingdom Hearts?
Yes, this is Kingdom Hearts. But remember, that was kind of the reaction with Kingdom Hearts 1's secret movie too, was this is Kingdom Hearts. Also, it should be noted that when the guy started earthbending, Aiden kind of went, ah, but with her hands instead of with her mouth.
What in the world?
I mean...
I'm not even confused as to what's going on. I'm confused as to why.
Well, I mean, you have no context, obviously. There's just some people fighting. That's all you know here.
Do you know?
Do I know?
Yeah, after all
I know,
this time?
yes,
Okay.
I know.
Oh, wait a minute. Hang on a second. Is that a character I've seen pictures of before?
That's a vaguely familiar character.
Yeah, this is not their normal designs whatsoever, is it?
No.
Uh-oh. Oh, yeah. Winter Soldier alert.
Oh.
What the... What? Hey, people do not die in Kingdom Hearts. Excuse you. Jeez. This is brutal. Oops. What? Gah!
Yikes. Alright.
Yeehaw! That's a villain I can get behind. Still alive, though. That's good.
Barely.
I don't know if you noticed, because of the CGI and the Frozen, that character who was frozen was identical to Roxas.
I was just thinking that, but I didn't want to say anything and make myself look dumb.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh.
Is it Roxas, or is it someone who looks like Roxas?
Stupid
Who knows?
Freaking heart-shaped moves. Moons, not moves. Oh.
Remember when you guys were talking about, like, oh, 13-year-olds are so excited by all this, 13-year-olds love this? 13-year-olds love
Excuse me?
this.
How long have you been around, Mickey?
Well, see, again, you guys know Birth by Sleep is a prequel of some kind, but we didn't know that.
Actually, I didn't until you, like,
I
said it a couple
told you
times.
that was a prequel.
Maybe you did, but...
We didn't know if it was the future, if it was the past. We had no idea what that was. We just knew that it was a thing that everybody was like, I can get behind this.
Does that girl's name start with an A?
Yes,
Okay,
that girl's name
I
starts
know
with an A.
Aerith?
No.
No, that's the other one.
not
That's
quite.
the other one. That's the other one.
No, she's from the Final Fantasy.
She shares the name of with another blue-haired anime girl. Oh man, yeah, that was a whole bunch of nonsense. It looked cool though.
Yeah.
It was very well-made fight scene.
Ah.
Considering how few scenes in this game were shot super well, that was actually very well put together. Like, you could follow along with it.
And like I said, that villain looks like a decent villain. Like, hey, I'm doing some bad things.
He's trying to kick some ass.
Yeah.
No, this is
Actually doing
why
some bad
this
stuff.
is why the fan art of a fake cover for Kingdom Hearts 3 existed. Like, people were extremely excited for this because this looked like a change in direction, or at the very least, like, people didn't know what to think of this.
Did they like what they eventually got?
Some
I'm gonna
people
go with
did.
no.
I would say that people unrealistically expected this to go grimdark, T-rated, gritty game, which was never going to happen.
Well, yeah, of course.
Because
What are these rated?
this one is E10 up, and the only reason it's E10 up is because of alcohol reference and blood from the Pirates of the Caribbean world. When they put blood on the medallions and when he drinks wine. That's the only reason this is not E. That's the only reason it's E10
okay.
up. Yeah. Presumably that's why they had to wind up censoring the actual, like, explosion bit, because they were trying to keep as close of an E rating as they could, and they ultimately could only squeeze through with an E10 up, thanks to, you know,
Yeah.
the other material. But yeah, and then most of the games in the series since then have been E or E10 up, for the most part. But yeah, so that people got really excited for that. For a long time it was like, so who are, obviously that big bald guy is not nice.
Yeah, no.
But there was, before the final mix version, are these guys in armor the villains? They're standing in this big graveyard and they pick up Riku, Sora, and Mickey's Keyblades.
So where are Riku, Sora, and Mickey?
even during the big fight, like, we still don't know who these people are.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
We just
like,
know they're
I'm
not
sure-
as bad
I'm
as
sure
the bad
a few presiding
dude.
theories were that they were.
There were many fan fictions and theories where the people in the armor were bad guys, where they were dangerous, they were out to kill, where they were big bad, chasing people around. 'Cause, I mean, they almost, when they're presented in that gritty setting with that harsh orange lighting,
of course.
they look like villains.
Yeah, they do.
But no, so yeah, not that we need to talk about that too much, but like, yeah, so obviously you were saying, you know, leave it on them with the letter and that's all you need, but it's, you know, similarly to Kingdom Hearts 1's secret ending, to me, I always felt like it was more of a mood piece where it's like, yeah, will they make another game, will they not, whatever. This is just an idea that they have, and they threw some budget behind a cool fight scene, and it's
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that they didn't stick with those designs or aesthetics for a game.
Well, first of all, the production values for most of these, they never made a PlayStation 3 or 4 game, right?
Yep.
Every game after this was on the PSP or the DS or the 3DS, right? So they couldn't make a scene that looked that good anywhere, right? I will say those armor designs stay.
Good.
The lighting makes them look a little bit more favorable. Like, you noticed that even in the second movie, the lighting had changed pretty drastically. Like, from shot one. Like, in the first short, they looked like washed out orange. And then in the first shot of the second trailer, they looked more like gunmetal gray. Just because the lighting had changed so much. I'm willing to bet it's that they had an idea for cool armor And then by the time they got to final mix, they'd actually started drafting it out. And they were like, okay, now we know who these characters are, so let's present them differently, you know? I will also point out that the girl with the blue hair, whose name starts with an A that Joey pointed out, her armor was the armor that was in the Chamber of Repose that Xemnas was talking to.
Oh.
When I said that we would see that before the end of the game, I wasn't lying to you.
Okay.
Don't worry, that doesn't mean anything to you. It's just like I'm putting you on equal footing with all the other hardcore fans going out of this game into future entries. As people puzzled that one together real quick.
Okay.
That's also why if you were playing Final Mix after having played Vanilla, seeing the armor in the room is kind of a reveal because you've seen the armor once. If you haven't played Kingdom Hearts 2 before and you haven't seen that scene, it's like, okay, there's some armor. What does that mean?
Yeah.
Anyway. So that's part of why the rearrangement occurred as it did.
Okay. So that, I guess, tells you it's a prequel if you didn't already know.
Yeah, that would help you kind of guess, like, well, if he's already got this tattered armor that we've seen somebody using, either A, somebody's got to get it from him somehow, or B, it's got to happen in the past.
Yeah.
So people were guessing prequel before prequel was announced, but the guesses were everywhere. The guesses were so all over the place, because, like, what can you glean from that beyond something wild happened?
Yeah.
A Keyblade War.
Jeez.
Other than again, Kairi got one out of nowhere, but we basically got four Keyblades in existence at the end of this game. And then you zoom out, and there are hundreds.
Yeah.
And they're all in the ground in the middle of a barren wasteland. What's the deal? Nobody knew. Gotta wait to find out. A lot of people were assuming that was, again, like that was a sequel and things are gonna go real bad for the heroes.
Yeah.
But it was all over the place. We're talking about theory mongering a lot here. Let's very briefly wrap up your two's thoughts on Kingdom Hearts 2.
Overall?
Yeah, overall.
Yeah, I liked it. It had a lot of problems. It fumbled over itself a lot. There was a whole lot of nothing, but it was fun. I liked it. I liked the characters. I liked visiting the Disney worlds, even though ultimately it was completely worthless.
My
It's fun to do.
thoughts on the completed game are much more favorable than my... Hey, Aiden, how do you feel about the first couple hours of Kingdom Hearts?
Am I allowed to swear?
Yeah. like they've definitely improved since that particular moment. But I definitely, I'm just gonna kind of parrot Joey. It had issues. Like, there's no way around that. But the ending is gratifying enough for me to not only see the issues.
I liked it enough that I'll probably buy it. Like, I'll probably have it on PS4 in the collection.
Yeah, you can get and then that saves you a lot of time. That PS4 disc is like an absurd amount of value. That's like 200, 300, like that's like 200 hours of content for $40.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, this is kind of awkward in parts. It's a fun game.
Yeah.
So like there's some other stuff on that disc that isn't great, but it's like, this is content that I paid money for that's totally acceptable.
Yeah.
Because, like, Birth by Sleep is a PSP game, so it's obviously not quite as fluid as this, but I mean, like, it's still a game that you can play that's fun, and you got it on one disc with three other, because you got Kingdom Hearts 1, on the PS4 collection, you have, like, the cutscene movies for days encoded, which, who cares, but you get Kingdom Hearts 1, you get Kingdom Hearts Recoded, you get Kingdom Hearts Rechain of Memories, which are both the gameplay version, you get 2, and you get Birth by Sleep. That's 4 full games on one disc, yeah. And they're pretty long. All of them put together.
No, really, Jacob.
Anyway, so yeah, I mean, I don't know. Well, like I said, we'll do a discussion episode at some point, hopefully. I don't know. I'm saying that we'll never see each other again. We'll never be in the same room again.
This is it.
We will hope, and I feel like I meant to talk about this at the beginning of the final episode, and I totally forgot. The other thing is, we still don't know how the future playthroughs of this are gonna go. I talked about this a lot in the streams of Birth by Sleep. We're gonna have to, I'll make a separate video addressing this so people kind of know what's going on, but here's the plan for everybody out there. Just because of production schedule stuff, because it's so hard to get us together in one place. Joey has a really hard and fast schedule of, like, I only get time off at these intervals. So we know we can meet relatively consistently, but it's always a big gap between those meetings. Aiden's schedule is a bit more erratic, but opportunities appear a little bit more, depending on how things go in the future, you may be significantly more available than Joey is. Even if I can see you once a month, that's more than Joey, right? So our thought process is, and I talked about this in a lot more detail in the very first of the Birth by Sleep streams. If you want to hear me go over this some more, so I'm not going to talk about it too much here because I didn't enjoy. I've heard it, and I think everybody's tired, and we want to wrap up. But the thought process for now is we can't do a playthrough of Days because we just don't have the tech for it, and I don't think anybody really wants to watch it. Not because Days is a bad game, but because it's kind of boring, and I think people would prefer I think people would like to see us move on because Days is a good game, but I don't think people want to sit through like several months of that with us necessarily. I think people want us to get on to Birth by Sleep. My hope is Joey and I will get the first campaign of Birth by Sleep done because it's divided up into a couple of campaigns, and then Aiden will join me for the other ones. But who knows if that will happen? It might be all Joey, it might be all Aiden, it might be all me being lonely. Who knows what'll happen? That's really gonna remain to be seen, so we'll keep you posted on like what actually happens with that whole ball game there. But before we move on and wrap up the Kingdom Hearts 2 playthrough, of course, again, like I said, we will be doing the extra content, obviously. We'll at least Joey and I will try to do at least a little bit of it. I don't know how much of it we'll get through, but we'll get through some of it. Before we completely wrap up, we must attend to one more thing really quickly, because I have put you guys at a I don't know, I wouldn't say a disadvantage, but obviously we just cheated, right, to watch that secret ending. We did not
earn it.
Yeah, we did not complete all of the secret bosses. So as you guys already know, there's Sephiroth. Yep, you fight Sephiroth. There's also a room that is the data fights of all of the organization members. It's digital versions of them that are way harder, right?
Yeah.
They hit harder, they have more health, all that kind of stuff, right? And I already teased to you, Joey, that there's one more boss that you haven't encountered yet. I'm not gonna beat him right now.
Okay.
So more stuff in Jimmy's journal has unlocked. Continue the adventure to define these question-marked entries. A new enemy has materialized and awaits Sora in one of the worlds. So let's get going.
All right.
So we can, as you see, like we can go to the end game from there anytime. Basically, just the Xemnas fight is waiting to happen now.
Yep.
And now we can just go and screw around with the rest of the game because there's like it's complete 100%ing this game is like getting high scores on most of the mini games, skateboarding, all that kind of stuff. We never did go and look at this, but if we go back to Port Royal when the story isn't happening, Will is like, hey, I found this weird board with wheels on it. Do you have any idea what this is for, Sora? And he's like, hell yeah, I do. But anyway, we have a new episode here at Disney Castle. Let's go investigate.
I genuinely don't have a clue what this is going to be. I don't have any idea.
Bayonetta.
Bum, 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 bum. Everybody starts booing.
Oh, we're getting a cutscene.
Yeah, a little bit of an intro cutscene here. Not too special, not too shabby.
Oh, no, Tails!
What great timing!
Oh my god.
It's just terrible. Will you look at that?
Ominous.
A big, mysterious portal.
But it's got Neverland stars.
I came to check out Cornerstone of Light, and that's when I saw it. I don't know how long it's been there. It looks like it leads somewhere, but where? Do you think it's connected to the past like the other one? Or maybe it's the organization wants us to think it might be a trap.
But it's got
Whatever
Neverland
the case, we should be
stars.
prepared for anything if we're gonna go check it out.
But it's got Neverland stars.
Aiden, calm down. So Joey, I'm gonna learn from your mistakes. I'm gonna go ahead, not that it matters because I'm not gonna win this fight, but I'm gonna go ahead and adjust my customizations to actually have high potions on.
All right. Well, let's see this.
Oh, they're so little!
Oh yeah, no, they're tiny.
Oh my gosh!
I would stop and chat with them, but it's getting late in the evening, and we have other things we want to do tonight. I think so.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to move on.
I've just never seen them in
game. Yeah.
Oh my gosh! They're so small. I hate you.
Remember, to get the scene that we just watched, you'd have to beat this fight. You would have seen the armored guys when beating the original version of the game, but in order to get the big fight scene, you have to beat this fight. Against Lingering Will is his name.
What the heck? What the heck? Thought we got subtitles.
Yeah, he's not voice acted, so he just kind of has those weird breathing sounds. A Keyblade. Who are you? Should have put Decisive Pumpkin. Didn't. Oh well. Whoever this guy is, he doesn't like Xehanort very much.
No, he chose Xehanort.
No. He's attacking you because he thinks you're Xehanort.
Oh.
I'm clearing that up for you because it's not super obvious. This is gonna go very poorly for me.
No, just do it real good. People can beat him at level 1. And all that crap. God.
I shouldn't have recovered there. I forgot that would die. I forgot that at my current level that was going to do all my health right away. Let's give that one more try so we can see more than 2 seconds of the fight, shall we?
I saw his health bar and it gave me the
Jesus!
shivers.
That's what all of the Data Organization fights look like, by the way.
Oh, no!
Whee! Let's try this a little bit. Let's try to be a little bit better this time.
Can you skip the cutscene?
I can skip the cutscene.
Okay.
I can skip the cutscene. Don't worry. I want to show you at least a little bit of this fight, other than none at all. Because honestly, the fight is more interesting than the cutscene.
Really?
In my personal opinion, this guy's moveset is very interesting because he's using some kind of Keyblade, right? Mm-hmm. I don't know how much of it we'll see.
What?
I did not respec my potions, but whatever, that's fine. Okay, great. Some commands have been locked. God, hold on. I don't have attack or magic. What the heck is up with this? I don't even know this one. I don't even remember how to deal with that one. Crap. I was hoping I wouldn't get any of those because they make it way harder to get through the fight and they're kind of random which ones he comes out with at the beginning. I dodged the first one, not the second one. Hopefully I can get one good opening because there's opening cycles of this that I just can't deal with. There are opening cycles of this that I just can't deal with very well.
And remap your potions.
Yep, that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Wait, do these guys still have items? Oh. How did Donald blow all those mega potions? That doesn't make sense. Did they preserve after the final fight? Oh, whatever. I'll give him more. They don't have any more.
Oh.
Oh, well. Who cares? I should, but I don't. So, I'm gonna get in trouble. I'll give him a few more, just up my survivability, because like I said, I'd like to show you guys more than 12 seconds of this fight.
Yeah, that's fair. This music betrays what's about to happen.
I really don't know why they stuck it here. This is a weird place to put this fight in this game. It doesn't make... I guess they had to put it somewhere. This is a big room that you could go to. I don't know. They just put it here for some reason. If I recall correctly, the actual canonicity of this fight happening, of Sora actually doing this, is kind of questionable. I don't know if he literally did this fight. I think it might just be, you know, for funsies, for video game purposes.
He doesn't start out with the same attack every time.
No, he does not, and that's what makes this fight such a son of a bitch.
You're actually, like, getting in.
Whoa!
Oh my god! I jinxed the shit out of that, huh?
Why did I do that? God, I'm so out of practice with this fight. Okay, we got to see like half a second of it. So did you see where he suddenly had a whip going around?
Yeah.
That was his Keyblade. He can transform his Keyblade.
Yeah, I've noticed he's been doing some stuff. Like he transformed it into like a cannon. And
he transformed it into a big cannon and shot a shot out. He transformed it into like a boxing glove and hit me.
So
he
is this like
transformed
Ruby
it into
or
a whip.
something?
Huh? No, it's not like Ruby. He transformed it into a whip. We didn't get to see it, but he transforms it into a bow at one point.
Oh, that's neat.
He transforms it into a hovercraft and flies around on it.
Oh my gosh.
And Joey, you and I will see that more later. Clearly, this guy is a bit more experienced using the Keyblade than Sora is.
Yeah.
That's what I was attempting to get at.
Yeah.
That was kind of the main thing that I wanted to demonstrate with that fight. I just wanted to see a couple of the transformations, but
And
I'm not gonna.
Definitely
I'm
gonna
not
be
gonna.
a like you win the fight and he just is completely unfazed. Like, interesting.
Anyway, so I'm not gonna try that again right now. Joey and we will plunge into that hell some other time.
Oh boy.
That's one of the only bosses in this game that I actually care about beating, and I know that I can beat it. I just need to get in practice with it because I haven't fought that fight in like 6 months. I can beat that, but not right now. Not when I have no idea what I'm doing. Because I used to be really good at that fight, but not anymore. I haven't played this game a lot. But anyway, so we're all done. That was Kingdom Hearts 2, everybody. Until Joey and I do bonus content and we talk about it and all that kind of stuff.
Until we walk into hell.
Thanks for tuning in for this run on Research Runs. I have no idea when the Birth by Sleep playthrough will be out, so don't ask me. We might look forward to it. Watch some other videos, for crying out loud.
Thanks for sticking with us. It's taken a long ass time.
It's taken a big ol' hot minute, but it's all good.